Hi everyone, it's Stefe and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an eBay haul. So I have products from Glow Recipe and Ciate London. You can probably guess what they are already, but if you can't, stay tuned and we're going to get right into this right now. So there's a reason why my makeup looks like this, obviously because the products we're going to be using, I didn't do my full face. I apologize for my blending skills with my eyes. I forgot to put on an eyelid primer, so it didn't turn out very well, lesson learned, but you know what? The makeup is already on, so just bear with me on this. Okay, so the first product I got came in this pretty pink packaging. And then it's in a box. And then it's got all this jazz in here. I thought that was a little bit extra. So, can you guess what this is yet? It is the Glow Recipe Mist. So this one is actually the smaller one, which I don't mind because it would take me a long time to go through the big one. So this one is 2.54 fluid ounces. I'm going to take it out so you guys can see it. Here she is. Ta-da! And you do have to shake this up before you use it. This is what the little sprayer looks like. Let's spray her. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Okay, so it says, the Watermelon Glow Extra Fine Mist is so delicate it envelops the skin like a morning fog. The formula is a blend of watermelon, hyaluronic acid, and hibiscus that refreshes and softens skin and enhances makeup. Shake before use for optimal results. Used as a hydrating glow mist or as a makeup prep and perfecting mist. So this does both. So we will be using that in the last step of our face today. On to the next thing that I got. I'm sorry, my cat is up here and she's kind of you want to play with that? Here. Go down there and play with that. She just wants to play with the packaging from the Glow Mist. So the next one came in this little package. And it is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Setting Powder. This is, does it say on here or does it say on the thing? I don't remember. I've had to reshoot this 3 times because my camera app keeps closing. 15 grams or 0.2 or 0.52 ounces. And it's a loose powder. Very cute. So it says, apply generously to areas with concealer to bake and set makeup. Leave on 3 to 5 minutes and sweep all excess for a crease-free, soft, focused finish. Lightly dust all oil-prone areas using a large fluffy brush for a soft touch matte finish. So we will be using this to bake our face under the eyes, and also I'm going to use it on my contour area to just kind of give us a clean line. Because that's a trick that I just learned recently. So we will be using that. And then lastly, we have just some boring basic packaging. But I actually got 4 of these. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. So, I forgot it has this little thing in here. But it smells the same as the facial mist. I actually have a video on this, so we're going to go ahead and insert that clip of me using this right now, and then we'll get on to using the other products. Okay, so it is time to do our sleeping mask. I originally said I wasn't going to include this, but I thought it would be nice to do a first impressions and then morning after. So I'm going to actually apply this on camera. And I'm going to open it up for you guys and show you everything. So in case you didn't see it in the beginning, which I'm sure you did, this is the product. Can we focus? Can you read it? So Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. Blah, blah, blah. And this is what she looks like. So, kind of runny. It smells like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. Yeah, a little bit runny. So we're going to put this on. I don't have my makeup mirror with me, so I'm just grabbing the first palette that's close to me, and this was it. Since this didn't come with a box, I don't really have any instructions. I just have this little thing, and I do have a pimple right here, so we're going to make sure to cover that up. I'm not sure how thick or thin of a layer to put on. I really don't know. This is cold though, and I've had it in the house for like 6 hours, so it shouldn't be cold. But I would say with this little tiny bottle, you can probably get 2 uses out of it. It's cooling, it's tingling. Made a mistake and didn't grab paper towels, so now I'm all jelly fingers. But it's cooling, it's tingling. I can smell the watermelon. Might be a little bit too thick because it's like running into my lip area, but we'll see what happens. Ooh, now it's starting to warm up and tingle a little bit, so it's doing something, but I think that's the acid in it. But it says sleeping mask, so hopefully when I wake up I'm beautiful, but keep you guys posted. Okay, so it's the morning. I've just woken up. So the the Glow Recipe Sleep Mask, my skin feels very soft, but there is a lot of, like, this one doesn't rub into your skin and just stay. I'm trying to grab some of it. It gives you like little, like you have to peel it off. I'm trying to get some of it, and I'll peel some of it off for you guys. It's not really coming off very nicely, like in one little section. That's just my cat. But as you can see, it comes off in little pieces like this. So I'm gonna go exfoliate my face and then I'll talk about this mask. Okay, so I used the Dr. Brandt exfoliator. This came from one of my previous boxes. I will say my skin now feels very clean. It does feel soft, but nothing like extraordinary, I would say. And for the price point that you get with these, I think it's expensive. So I'm going to give it a 3. But I did really enjoy it when I first put it on. It was just taking it off was kind of a pain. So I don't know if I'm going to keep using this or not, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so concealer is on. It's time to shake this bad boy up. And we're going to try it out. I did peel the sticker off the top already. Ooh, I got quite a bit. Yeah, it's just a white setting powder. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this brush right here. Actually, wait. No, we're not going to use that brush. We're going to use this sponge, and we're going to set our under eye with that. So what I'm trying to do, and this is, I got to put this powder down. Hopefully this doesn't fall because it's going to get all over my floor if it does. This way I can really get in here and set this. It has a light smell of coconut, but it's not like all that strong, I feel like. It's applying very nicely with a sponge, which is kind of hard to get with a setting powder, really. So that's something. And then we'll set this and the rest of my nose. And I'm just going to kind of use the excess because I don't want my face to be really dry. So Let me put the lid back on this thing before I get it everywhere. Yeah, it's all over my keyboard. This is nice. Great. All right, well, we're going to let this bake for a few minutes. I'm going to come back in a second and do my bronzer. I got to go grab my bronzer, my contour palette, and then I'll talk to you about that. Okay, so I'm back with my contour palette. Today I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow Nude, and as you can see in here, one of my pans is missing. So as I'm going through and putting this on, I'm going to kind of explain what happened because it was very unfortunate what happened. Also, I'm taking my mirror on the top of this because there is no mirror. That way I can kind of, I'm just going to brush off this extra powder from my brush. That way I can kind of explain what happened. So I was at my fiance's house yesterday and I did my makeup over there. And of course, I went to balance my contour palette on his sink and it actually fell on the floor. Palette side down, so it shattered the color that was in there, which was a little bit darker than this dark shade, or a little bit lighter than this dark shade. So it broke and it shattered all over the floor. It's my first time that I've actually broke a makeup palette and I felt so bad. I mean, this palette was actually pretty cheap. I think it was like somewhere between $8 to $10, and there's actually, this pan is huge, so you can definitely use a lot of it. But I was like really upset that I did that. Like I couldn't believe that I did that. So I'm just going to go through right now and we're going to bronze a little bit while we're letting our face bake. I'm also going to take the darkest color in here and I'm going to carve out my jawline. So one thing I have learned is to not use setting powder all over your whole face before you do anything else. Just set the areas that you need, because I was setting my whole face and then going in with other powders. And I realized that wasn't really doing anything for the bronzer and stuff. I did add a little bit of highlighter in there. So the two shades that I used are these two bottom shades, and there's my missing shade. But as you can see, that pan is like pretty deep. So there's a lot in there. And like I said, I was very upset that that happened. But now we are going to, actually I still need my mirror. And I need this setting powder again. We're going to go ahead and carve out a line for our bronzer and see if it looks as pretty as it did yesterday, because yesterday it actually looked really pretty when I did this. So these are the Luxie sponges, by the way. I did get these from BoxyCharm. So I'm going to take this flat edge and we're going to go right here and we're just going to go like this. And then we're going to do the other side and hopefully I can do it the same. Yeah, that's pretty much the same. And that should give us like a nice fine line for that. I wanted to do blush, but if I do, it's going to blend right into my setting powder, and I don't want that. I think we can actually brush that away now because it has been a few minutes. But the smell in this is not like super strong. It's a very light scent. So, I mean, you know, I don't really think it's going to bother anybody. So now I'm going to take my big fluffy brush and we're going to buff away that. And then we're just going to go like this. And you see how it gives you like a line? It's like real subtle, but you can like almost, if you pull it down and just blend it. I like it. I mean, it's just, you know, but everybody is different. So now I'm just going to go through and kind of blend in the hairline on my bronzer up here. And then I'm also going to buff out my jawline, just so that's not so strong. So I'm going to go ahead and, excuse me, finish up my makeup, and then we will come back and we will use the setting spray, and then I will check in later on in the day and we will see what the face looks like. But this is what it looks like right now. Mind you, I don't have my blush on yet, but I don't see any creasing so far, so that's just my natural eye, but I don't see any creasing. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna go finish my makeup now. All right, so I am back and everything is on. So now it's time to go in with this facial mist. I am excited for this. This is actually a pretty small bottle, but it is a lot wider than the other facial mists I've seen. So I'm guessing that the volume in it probably evens out. So yeah, let's shake this bad boy up. And here we go. That was a lot. Now I smell like a Jolly Rancher. But I must say it is very nice on the skin. It feels a little bit cooling and refreshing. So this is what the face looks like right now. We are going to see what it looks like when we come back later this evening. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm really hoping this setting powder does work out. I did have some issues with the e.l.f. setting powder. It was pressed almost too tight. And when you would go to swirl your brush as you got to the bottom of the pan, it would just break off in chunks. So I don't really like that. So I was looking for an alternative to something, and a loose setting powder is actually a better option. I feel like you get more bang for your buck with that anyway. But the reason why I didn't talk about any pricing in this video, and I just wanted to touch on this right now before I forget to mention it, is because if you go on eBay for these things, the price range is so different. I don't feel like it's really worth mentioning anything. I can tell you for the 4 Glow Recipe little sample size masks and everything else, it was under $20 for each item. So I can tell you that much. But the reason why I did this eBay haul is because I tried to get these items through Boxy Pop-Up and I could not get them. So that's why I bought them from eBay. But anyway, I will check in later with you guys tonight to see what the makeup looks like. So I will see you guys soon. Okay, so it is much later. It is about 8 hours later now, and we are going to see how the setting powder has worked out and everything. I haven't taken off my glasses at all, so I kind of want to see how well that has done. I mean, I don't really see any creasing at all. That's just my natural eye. I mean, there is a mark there from my glasses, but aside from that, everything else seems to have set really well. With this concealer, the e.l.f. concealer, it does oxidize a little bit, so, and it is a little bit yellow. I'm trying to use it up until I can get something that is more my shade. My dilemma is I don't know whether to go lighter or darker with it. But anyway, I think that the Ciate London Everyday Vacay setting powder did very well. I will be using it going forward and in the future. I am, liking it so far. But yeah, that's the end of the video. So if you like these products I use in this video, give it a like. If you are new, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.